This is African American History is American History. Welcome. I'm your host, Harlan Kearsley. This program's goal is to foster understanding, promote discussion, and expand knowledge through stories of historical events, bios of unsung heroes, as well as timely and relevant news stories which hopefully will paint a vivid picture of the effects of segregation, discrimination, and bigotry on the lives of both blacks and whites.
On April 5th, 1947, with the help and support of Brooklyn Dodger president Branch Rickey, Jack Roosevelt Robinson took the field with the Dodgers, starting at first base. Rickey knew that Jackie Robinson was not necessarily the best ball player in the Negro Leagues, but still chose him first. This upset great black talents such as Satchel Paige and Josh Gibson, who was so good that not only was he called the Black Babe Ruth, but the actual Babe Ruth was called the White Josh Gibson by black fans of the Negro Leagues. Joshua Gibson was born in Buena Vista, Georgia on December 21st, 1911, and grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He got his start as a professional player with the Homestead Grays, a Negro League team based in Pittsburgh, in 1930. Gibson played for the Homestead Grays from 1930 to 1931, moved to the Pittsburgh Crawfords from 1932 to 1936, and returned to the Grays from 1937 to 1939 and 1942 to 1946. He played his entire career as a catcher, but was particularly known for his powerful hitting. He had strong, muscular arms and could hit baseballs clear out of the stadiums.
Josh was a better power hitter than Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, or anybody else I've ever seen. Anything he touched was hit hard. He could power outside pitches to right field. Shortstops would move to left field when Josh came to the plate. Alonzo Boone, former pitcher and manager with the Cleveland Buckeyes.
His exact stats are as uncertain as the details of his life, since there was unreliable record-keeping of the Negro League players. But his Hall of Fame plaque reports that he hit, quote, almost 800 home runs, end quote. He had a batting average of .359 in combined leagues and independent play over 17 years.
This is African American History is American History.
The greatest untapped reservoir of raw material in the history of our game is the black race, and there was never a man in the game who could put mind and muscle together quicker and with better judgment than Jackie Robinson. Branch Rickey.
Although Robinson was not necessarily the best pure ball player in the Negro Leagues, Branch Rickey felt he had the greatest ability to perform under what would be stressful and often dangerous conditions. What Robinson had that Gibson didn't was the fact that he had been raised in a diverse city, Pasadena, California. Plus, Rickey had Robinson's promise that he wouldn't react to the racist taunts, no matter how bad they got. A very difficult promise, since Robinson was known to fight back against the racism he experienced, particularly while he was in the Army. It turned out to be the right call. His career on the field was legendary, and it opened the door to other black athletes. Jackie Robinson was Rookie of the Year in 1947, National League MVP in 1949, a member of the World Series champions in 1955, and entered the Hall of Fame in 1962, his first year of eligibility. Larry Doby who broke the color line in the American League the same year as Robinson, said,
One of the things that was disappointing and disheartening to a lot of the black players at the time was that Jack was not the best player. The best was Josh Gibson. I think that's one of the reasons why Josh died so early. He was heartbroken. Larry Doby, Cleveland Indians.
Josh Gibson died on January 20th, 1947, just 3 months before Robinson was called up to the Dodgers. He was only 35 years old. Gibson had been diagnosed with a brain tumor after falling into a coma in 1943. He chose not to have the tumor removed, suffering from headaches for the next 4 years. He eventually died of a stroke. Was Larry Doby right? Had Josh Gibson died of a broken heart? It's hard not to wonder what might have been had such an incredible ball player like Josh Gibson made it to the major leagues. Gibson was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1972, the second Negro League player, after Satchel Paige, to be so honored. Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier that denied an entire race from playing the national pastime. But don't forget Josh Gibson. This has been African American History is American History. The episode you've been listening to, Remember Jackie Robinson, but Don't Forget Josh Gibson, was written and directed by Harlan Kearsley. The voice actors for this episode were Jeffrey Shupert as Branch Rickey, and Robert McKay as Alonzo Boone and Larry Doby.
Hello, my name is Soraya Butler, and I just wanted to take the time to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I wish you a prosperous and happy and healthy New Year, and I just want to say thank you so very much for listening and subscribing to African American History is American History, because these stories are so important. I am so glad that I am helping to bring them to life and I get to share them with you. So please continue to watch and spread the word. African American History is American History.
Hey there, this is Crystal Williamson. Merry Christmas, Joyeux Noël, Happy New Year. Thank you so much for listening to African American History is American History. You know, African American History is American History because it is.
Hi, Jeff Shupert here. Thank you all for listening to African American History is American History. And here's to a happy and safe holiday season. See you all next year.
Hi, my name is Robert McKay, and I'd like to wish all our members of the AAHIAH family, the subscribers, the listeners, the supporters, a wonderful, happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever denomination and however you celebrate, and looking forward to a wonderful new year of the ever-growing African American History is American History channel. And a big shout out to Harlan for getting this ball rolling, and to everybody who's supporting and subscribing and becoming a family member. Happy holidays to all.
Hi, I'm Harlan Kearsley. On behalf of everyone involved with African American History is American History, I'd like to wish all of you a very happy and healthy holiday season. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. Now, once you do, you'll be notified as soon as new episodes are posted. Thanks again, and here's hoping for a safe and prosperous new year.
African American History is American History. Copyright H.C. Kearsley, 2023.